I'm going to show you guys today how to become an ATG Level 1 certified coach. I got Kettlebell Ken here. We're going to take him through all 10 of the exercise progressions. I'm on the ATG app here. I already did all these myself, and I'm just showing them coaching. So he can do most of these, some of them not fully to the biggest capability. So I'm also going to show you how I would work with somebody to get them to a full Level 1 certification, okay? So only thing you're actually going to need for this is a slant board. I'm going to link down below the slant board that I recommend in the pinned comment and description, so you can go check that out. But we're going to begin. He's actually already ready for the VMO squat. So VMO squat, go ahead and give them a shot here. When we're doing this, you're going to be up on a slant board. Your heels are going to be elevated. That allows you to get a little bit deeper. And basically for this, we're trying to keep our hands in front, and we're going for a vertical spine, okay? That's gonna be the biggest thing. Equal pressure through your foot. Towards the end, go ahead and do another one. So he can sink pretty deep. He can actually touch the back of his thighs to the back of his calves, but his torso is a little bit forward. So technically, I probably wouldn't count this as a standard. You can go ahead and hop off. So for him, what we could do, we could actually elevate the slant board a tiny bit. This would take a little bit less ankle mobility to do. I can't do this because I'm a sock, so why don't you go ahead and try it? All right. Here, yeah, we'll just leave that for now. So elevating the slant board, good. So this is going to allow him to get a little bit deeper into the position and hit him up a little more torso. This is very, quite a bit of a slant. So go ahead and go down, hands in front, good. Do another one, but keep your hands like right here. Yeah, so it's better. That's a lot better. So what I would do is that, for him, you know, a few sets every day, 3 to 10 sets, or excuse me, 3 sets, 10 repetitions, maybe 2 to 3 times a week. He can also just do holds where he gets on that and holds the lowest position and tries to actively keep his back upright. That's one of the big ones to improve your squat mobility. So that's VMO squat. Technically probably want to pass him there. But we will go on to the next one here. We'll do Poliquin step up. So this one I actually had him doing earlier. I'll show you really quick. So for the step up or step down, I guess you should say, it's going to be single leg. We're going to need to do both feet. And basically for this one, heel elevated, you're just going to go down, keeping a completely upright torso, tap your heel on the ground. You're not driving through the foot. Your heel taps the ground, everything upright, driving through that leg. And then you only need to do 1 repetition on each leg for this part of the certification. Boink, perfect. We actually tried this one out earlier, so Ken, hop on, give it a shot. Perfect. Yep, nice and upright. Beautiful. Try to be a little more upright. Your torso. Yeah. Excellent.
I'll redo the other side.
Yeah, yep, that was a little better. So just that tiny bit makes a big difference. Yeah, perfect. So that one should be solid for the Poliquin step up. Next one, we did VMO squat, ATG split squat. Okay, so this one's really going to challenge your mobility, and probably is going to be one of the more difficult ones for people. We'll kind of turn this a tiny bit and try to come up.
My problem is my length. It's 6'5". I got to get that everything in the picture.
He's making excuses. No, I believe him. If I was that tall, it would be tougher to do this. So I appreciate being average height for this. So ATG split squat, you're going to take a big step forward, and then for this one, what the goal is to try to keep your torso as upright as possible. You're then pushing forward, getting full compression with your knee. Full flexion is in the back of your thighs touching your calf, and then your back knee is off the ground. You're pushing through that front leg. You do 1 repetition, flip around. I also haven't warmed up to do this, everyone, so be impressed. Go down, not touching anything, not holding on. Push out. 1 repetition on each leg is the name of the game for that one. Go ahead and hop on, Ken. I'm gonna double check here and see
where
we're
in the shot. I fit in the camera.
No, you're good, you're good. Go ahead and do it. I'm gonna make sure.
Want to redo that whole
No,
thing?
you're good. No, we're good. Just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. I think we're in here. Oh, actually, here. We'll
See, that's what I was saying.
There we go. Yep, that's better.
Let's just redo that part. I won't say it's 6'5" thing. I just wanted to say so I fit
No,
in.
it's good. That's the whole point of it. Just keep it rolling. Keep it simple.
I knew I'm so long I wouldn't fit in the picture. That's what I meant.
Yeah. You all have seen me do it on my channel. I've posted this exercise a million times if you really want to see me do it. But this is the important part of it. Go as far forward as you can. Ooh, he's close there. He's close. We're going to go a little bit more.
We'll do each
That
leg.
torso
I'll
upright.
come back to it. We'll do each
That's a good
one.
call. So you can kind of warm up into it if you're feeling dicey on this and you're trying to get the standard. You can, of course, do an entire workout, actually.
Oh yeah, with the weights.
That's solid. Good. So his back knee wasn't on the ground. Okay, full compression on the front.
And actually, my right leg is my jumping leg, my one leg jumper.
Cool. Beautiful. We're doing this too. If you notice, it's kind of, I would not recommend this. Not the best scenario, but we're trying to do this on a slant board that's slightly moving a little bit. All right. Yeah, good. Try to keep a little more upright. Do one more upright with your torso.
Do something full sides again.
So he's pretty solid. Just like those step downs, are a little more forward in the torso.
And I am a month for my 61st birthday.
Happy birthday. Go on his channel, subscribe, and wish him happy birthday. Right now, not a month from now. That's pretty solid. I think they'll probably clear that. That looks
Let's
pretty
go
good.
back to the right. We got to get it.
And upright. Yeah, you're pretty much there. I would say that's pretty solid. Kind of like those squats, you can elevate that slant a little more, and that'll actually allow you to get deeper into it. But yeah, if you're just doing this day one, literally holding this position is the name of the game. You're literally just going down, reaching, holding the position, just feeling the compression. This can just be a stretch where you keep your body like that. You can then, or option two, just get like your couch or bench at home, same concept. You push your knee forward, you can hold it, keep doing that until you build the connective tissue strength and flexibility to actually do it on the slant board, which is a little bit lower. All right, we'll keep moving on here. Looking good so far. So we got ATG squat, so ATG back squat. So we'll get this set up. We'll move this around a little bit for back squat. And since we don't need to actually step down on this, we don't need to use that thing. So this is going to be just actually let's yeah, this should be good. Yeah, I'm wondering if we should switch sides like this. We have it facing out way.
Yeah, that way you can see.
Okay,
We can do it both ways.
Yeah, let's we'll just do it. I think this should be sufficient. So back squat, you're gonna place the barbell on your back. It's gonna be a high bar squat, and then basically you're gonna get your feet in position that's reasonable for you and feels good for you. For me, it's about hip width. For Ken, it's a little bit bigger than that. And then slant board, ATG squat, back squat I should say, just going all the way down, keeping as upright as the torso as you can. You can even hold this position. You're basically trying to keep a complete straight torso. You can hold this position, and then all it is, one repetition for the level one standard. Definitely be careful when you're stepping up on to the slant board here. That's going to be for sure one of the big things to consider for yourself.
Just give myself some room to maneuver.
And it's no weight for the level one too. No weight, just a 45-pound bar. You could probably have somebody who's like a female who's like a 25 or a 35-pound bar, I would assume too. So good, deep position's good. Good, as upright as you can. Not bad, not bad. So kind of similar to the goblet squat, just a tiny bit of forward lean, just a very tiny bit. But his squat form's pretty solid, especially again when you consider that this dude's, what's your height again? 6'5". 6'5", also 60, 61 in a couple.
181 pounds.
Few days, 181 pounds. Pretty lean, pretty mean. So just like the normal one, if you can't do that and you're rounding forward, going into that deepest position, getting as low as you can, just holding it for maybe 30 seconds to a minute, 3 to 2 times a week. That's a good place to start. But the best way to actually do it is to just practice it more. So day one, maybe you're rounding forward a lot. Day two, not so much. In a month from now, you'll be a lot more upright. In a year from now, you'll be doing this perfect and probably teaching people how to do it. All right. Let's keep moving on here. So seated, good morning. Seated, good morning. Okay, cool. I know I'm pretty positive he can actually do this one because he was doing some regular good mornings before.
You want me to
Before this?
do the good morning from the end?
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna have you tilt it so it's like sideways because they want it kind of like from the side is just so I can see you. Check camera 2. So this one, you're gonna get the barbell up on your back. I guess we'll just have him get into it. We'll double check here. Should be good. I'll move the camera a tiny bit. Okay. Looking good, looking good. All right. So, all right. Okay, yeah, that's a perfect one. Perfect one. So for this one, all you need to do is have a 45-degree angle with your back as you go down. And once you get to that 45, as long as your back is flat, go ahead and go down. Good. Do one more repetition, Ken, but just go as low as you can before you feel your back rounding, and really try to arch. Try to arch all the way down. Hold that position. Yeah, much better. Good. Right there. So you see right when he starts to bend, if you start to bend on this, that's where you want to cut it, and then just work in that repetition until you get down. But that should be solid for the level 1 standard for him. So perfect. All right. Okay. Oh, I was about to take it from you. No, you're good. You're good. You're good. I was about to do the repetition. Toss that there. I think we got maybe the Romanian deadlift. Okay, so you can actually keep holding on to the barbell. We'll get rid of this. Perfect. And then maybe you can stand like right here. Yeah, I'll have you stand. Actually, that's good. Yeah, we'll do it right there. That should be online. So Romanian deadlift, you know these solid. I'm actually going to show them really quick just to get the coaching done. So Romanian deadlift basically means you start with the bar in your hands. This is the start of the movement. A normal deadlift, it starts on the ground. This starts in your hands, okay? Feet are going to be roughly hip width apart. You're going to bend at your hips, okay? Your knees are going to be very, very slightly bent, but after that initial bend, they're not bending anymore. After that, your butt's gonna be going straight back, and basically this weight's just gonna ride down your legs all the way till about your shin, and you're keeping your entire spine neutral. Notice I'm not like arching my body, I'm literally just looking straight ahead the entire time, up and down, bending at the hips, squeezing the butt to come back up.
So it's a hip hinge.
Yep, hip hinge. People complicate deadlifts, and this is what drives me insane with doctors too. They're like, oh, deadlifts are bad for your back. It's like, okay, any movement is a deadlift. You can literally deadlift a pencil. Shout out to Austin Baraki. That's a coin from him. You can bend over and deadlift a pencil, right? That's still deadlifting. That's still a load. The load's not bad, or the movement isn't bad. It's usually the application of the movement and the load of the movement is where people get into trouble. So
Spine neutral.
spine neutral. Level 1 standard for this. Just the barbell for 1 repetition, and nice neutral spine. Good. So I'm gonna have you do one thing. Let this ride down your legs a little more and push your butt back a little more. Good, good. Try to do that a little bit more though. Even more butt, even more legs. Keep it a little bit closer. I want you almost thinking like you're razoring your hair off every time.
Yeah, I'm trying to drive out with my hips.
So what Ken's doing, and what I want him to try to do in this, he's still kind of coming down into like a slight squat, sort of. Not much. It's not much, but it's a slight variation. And what I really want is to him to almost trust himself and to lean forward a little more. Yeah. Yes, do that again with a slight lean, but hold on. So lean first, so slight lean, and then hold it there. Now let it go down your legs. Butt back, keep it close. Yep. Butt back, butt back, butt back. There you go. Notice how when his butt was going back, that's what lowered the bar down. Go ahead and stand up. So it's not your knees bringing it down, it's your butt going back, which is bringing the bar down and up. That's a hinge. Go ahead and do one more. Yeah, he's very strong in his quads, so I know for a fact that's why he likes doing it this way. Nice. Okay, I think one of those should have been good for the standard. Okay. External rotation. So we'll need, go ahead and put that guy right back up there. Perfect. And then we'll move the bench back. So this is a exercise that's going to work your shoulder joints, your rotator cuff muscles that are usually very weak, and you'll have to do this on both sides. But basically, you're going to have one foot up here, one foot down. You're going to be pointed straight forward, and then all you're gonna do is with your hand, bring it all the way up, keeping the entire elbow in a 90-degree angle, slowly down, and in this down position, it's just hanging out. You're coming up all the way to the top, trying to get it basically vertical. And then other side, same thing. My left side, my mobility and strength isn't nearly as good, so it cuts a little bit short. I don't know. What about you, Ken?
This is good.
Both sides?
Do we do a weight with it, or?
No, just for the level one, you actually don't need to do a weight. Don't need to do a weight. Yep, that's in shot. Perfect. Go down. Good. Try to turn a little bit more towards this way, the other way. There you go. Good. Even open up a little more. There you go. This will really put your shoulder into internal rotation. So the opposite movement of that is external rotation, which if you have poor internal rotation mobility, this will be very, very tough. He looks pretty solid in this. Try to open your shoulders a tiny bit more. Like look at the camera a little more is basically what I think about it. All right, do one more. Yeah. That feel good? Is that painful at all?
Nah.
All right, go ahead and switch sides. Perfect. This is one of these really small exercises that makes such a big difference, So turn towards the camera, good. You want to keep your hips as open and as turn towards there as possible. That really forces you into more internal rotation, which will work your external rotation more, of course. Yeah, look at that. See, the cool thing about this though is you actually get to like flex your biceps when you're doing it, so it's really it's
With the phantom weight.
It's functional, but yeah. See, it's just all in his imagination. It's a 50-pound weight. He's imagining.
All right. Isometric.
Isometric. All right. So we got full. That looks solid. Full range of motion pull-up will be the next one. How is your pull-ups? We didn't talk about this.
I used to be able to do 17.
Can you do a chest to bar pull-up like all the way? That's the standard for it. So we'll see.
How wide?
As wide as you need to go. As wide as you need to go.
So I think I might take
Would have been fun for the viewers to watch. I've actually done that numerous times, and I've like bashed my knees on it. So full chest to bar pull up where you're at a dead hang on the bottom. Go ahead and actually. Oh yeah, we keep it that way. So look at that wide wingspan. So you're gonna hang from the start, full hang. Ooh, he's close. Try one more. I'll do one just to give him a little time.
I just need to warm up a little bit.
Give him time. So for this guy, there's one on this side. Okay, we can do it. Looks like it. So full chest to bar. Basically, whatever grip's good for you, and then literally that means touching your chest to the bar. This takes a lot of strength to be able to do, so I'm going to do one and show you how I recommend people to build the strength for this. Holding down, look, I'm going to full hang, no momentum, boom, all the way up there. The basically top of my breastbone touch. If you can't do that, I'll flip around for you. A great place to start is literally pulling yourself up and holding yourself as close to the bar as you can. 30 seconds, 2 to 3 times a week, 2 to 3 sets. Once that becomes easy, hold up here, slowly lower as much as you can. 5 seconds eccentric. Once again, once you get that, 2 to 3 sets, 2 to 3 times a week. 2 to 3 sets of probably 5 repetitions ish. Once you get that, you can then try to add in just a concentric one. So you're just going up as much as you can, and then maybe a slow lower, and maybe that's it. Okay? That'd be kind of the next progression, and then from there you can just try to build in more concentric reps. But those holds and slow lowers are going to build you so much strength. So if you can't do a pull-up, especially a chest to bar pull-up, because those are really hard, day one, don't stress. He's got a big range of motion for this. He's close. He's actually about this far from it. So, and he's got really good shoulder mobility and upper body strength. Oh, now he's just showing off. Does that count as a standard? Does that count as a pull-up instead? I mean, that's got to be worth something, right? It's got to be worth something. Okay, so that's what
It just takes me a while to get everything loose.
It's all right. So ATG dip. I'm gonna cut the video and we'll go do the dip in the other room because we don't have a dip bar in here. Neck press is the last one, so we'll get the barbell for that. Barbell, get the barbell back. You gonna make me get this one? You're the one who took it out. No, I'm just
Organization.
we had this set up pretty well actually. All right, so behind the neck press, you can actually do this one with staggered feet. I'm going to show you how I do it. So coming behind here, keeping your entire body nice and straight, core nice and straight, keeping that neck nice and straight, and then you're just going to press straight up overhead. Everything's still nice and straight. Go down. For the standard, you can actually slightly stagger your feet. This will make it a little less shoulder. Take a little less shoulder mobility to do it this way. And you'll probably find that one side's easier based off of which shoulder is your limiting factor for this. Bada bing, bada boom. We'll see. He said, how long has it been since you've done this?
I used to do religiously behind the necks when I was in my late 20s, early 30s. 155 for 10 seated.
155 for 10 seated in his prime.
28.
His old prime. This is a new prime.
Half a lifetime ago.
It's a new prime.
But it's all relative.
It is all relative. It is all relative.
Transformation is
Double
key.
check here. All right. Looks good.
All right.
Should be good.
That's why Logan has turned me on to the ATG program, and I've been using it for about 4 or 5 months now.
Yeah.
It's just so functional. The benefits are amazing.
It's incredible too because it helps every aspect of life. So like,
Absolutely.
oh,
Yeah, it's
I think that counts. Let's so for the full range of motion dip, your your shoulder joint needs to go below your elbow. Deep range of motion position. So starting from the top, going all the way down. You can even hold this if you're really stuck. All the way up. Just one repetition is the standard for male. I think for sure, but he can do this. This is not an easy exercise. All the way to the top. Good. Nice upright torso. Good. Try to do one more, but keep a little more upright. Look up. There you go. That should be good. Yeah. Pretty solid. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. That's what it takes to be an ATG coach.